with instructions, and I learned how to play it before I looked into the instructions, and the instructions told me to do everything that I was doing.
That's hilarious.
Anything about the recent announcement that Barrios will be fighting Keith Thurman?
Man, Keith Thurman, man, come on, Keith.
He's been out a lot.
What you
He's been out
doing,
a long
Keith?
time. He's been out a long time. That's a nice comeback fight.
Mercenary.
We're gonna do essentially Barrios.
Mercenary. Huh? Keith is all about that bread. That's it.
He said Keith is all about that bread. That's it. Grand Awakening, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Big shout out to the playback. You know, y'all, this is a live stream right here. I'm your host, BHP. I will drop a link in a few, and we're going to have some guests today. We got a very interesting topic that entitles the Premier Boxing Champions. A lot of people have changed the initials around, created nicknames, memes, whatever, what have you, but we're going to get down to it. I don't spend too much time talking about the PBC because, in all honesty, myself, the Black Horseman, and the entire clique of the UGC, we focus on the big champ shit. You know, they don't have a definition for it in the dictionary or nothing like that yet, but we're working on it. It's called big champ shit. And when you focus on big champ shit, your conversations is a little different. And unfortunately, it don't include PBC that much. But we're going to include them today. We're going to talk about it because it's looking kind of thin on the rosters for the Haymanites. The one that they call Mighty Al Heyman. I'm looking in these boxing streets with these fighters. And when I look on that side of the quote unquote street, shout out to Errol Spence. When I look on that side of the street, it's not looking that hot. It's not looking that hot. So we're going to talk about that today. Shout out to the whole underground community. Big shout out to the members. Everybody that supports this channel. You know who you are. I greatly appreciate you. You know what I mean? Support those who support you. And playback, you know, need y'all feedback in the comment section on today's topics. Premier Boxing Champions. How many champions they got left? You know, I've been seeing a lot of champs get knocked off. They get knocked off. Deontay Wilder, he got knocked off. He's a big draw. He was a big piece on the Al Heyman chessboard. And it's starting to look like check. You know, it's starting to look like check. A lot of people saying it looked like the pockets is running thin. We got pay-per-views all everywhere. Pay-per-views. Somebody spelled it the other day in my comment section. Pay-per-views. They out for that paper, huh? Pay-per-views. P-A-P-E-R views. You know, when it come to the big champ shit, there ain't too many we could talk about. I mean, they got some dark horses. Ones that could be them. Ones that could shock everybody and dominate. And I'll give them 154. PBC got 154 locked up. See what I'm saying? They got Brian Castano. They got Jermell. Then you look above 54 to 60. And you got Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo, who will not unify with Demetrius Andrade. Unfortunately. But as some people say, the protection, boxing champs and stuff like that, is Al Heyman starting to protect these certain ones because, like, look, we ain't even got to the man down shit yet. We ain't even got to that yet. You know, it's been Devin Haney disappointment face when we get to the man down scrap season guy over there. I mean, I'm seeing the top pieces for the PBC. They getting cooked. He getting flamed. And then I look at other ones, promoters and networks. It's pretty much flourishing. I'm looking at Top Rank ESPN. It's just fire. I'm looking at the Zone. Matchroom is pretty much fire. They giving us fights. It's consistent from prospect, contender, champ. When you look at the PBC side, it's like it's. I mean, look at it. It's deserted. It's not that many champs left. Not a whole lot of great prospects on the rise. So, I mean, with the decisions and the way that the PBC has moved, and they have been compensated very well by Al Heyman, and they've taken the easy road, majority of them, for the big payday, easy money. But then the fans started, y'all notice the tone of the fans. Shout out to True Media. You know, some of us paved the way for y'all to be able to bring it like y'all bringing it right now. It wasn't like that before. You feel me? You could ask the whole UGC. We've been here. It wasn't always like this. You know, yeah, niggas like me that had to bring some flame to this motherfucker because this shit was just looking one way at first. Maybe it was a sprinkle, few and far between bringing it, but it was looking pretty one way. It was looking pretty watered down, moisturized. I said, oh no, we gotta light this shit up, bruh. We gotta light it up. We have to flame this shit because something wrong. Like they say in Asia, something is wrong with this sport and the direction that it's going and the way that quote unquote media want to create narratives and agendas to cater to certain fighters. And I'm like, this is a failing blueprint. Let's bring this flame, homie. Because when it's all said and done, I'm not gonna be associated with none of that moisturized sucker shit and the fake shit. You talk about putting pressure on your damn self. You're listening to somebody who created True Media. So the whole team got pressure to bring it real. That's why I ain't tripping. When it's all said and done, UGC gonna be here for y'all with the True Media shit. You know, you got people out here. What's up, boxing guy? You got people out here. They've invested so much fake energy into this YouTube platform that when they get exposed, now they got to create a magic trick, do some magician shit to get you back on their team when they expose themselves as fake. You see what I'm saying? So I say the UGC gonna be here. We ain't tripping. Let all this watered down fakery shit, you know, play out. Because it's played out. And the real boxing fans is sick of this shit. Sick of the ducking. Now Olgus is on deck. This man, I'm talking about the magic shit, right? Speaking of the magic shit that they do for Errol Spence, ladies and gentlemen, the magic that they do for Errol Spence when he want to get out of that Bud Crawford work. I mean, at this point, niggas know. We know what it is. You know what I mean? You know, the big payday, cash cow, Manny Pacquiao got knocked off by Olgus, right? So the Bud Crawford fight didn't really matter at that time because there was a big payday to get. But now big paydays is not important because we got another belt to get over here with Olgus. When we know the bigger payday is Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. And in that order, purposely said it like that. Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. I don't care about none of them belts he got. He ain't got more belts than Bud overall. One division. I ain't seen a man down lately, you know, and it's just been enough is enough. Boxing fans want some of that love too, because boxing fans been giving a lot of love out. These take your views, aka pay-per-views, take your bread, you know, and these damn cars be dead. They be dead. You know, they want us to come. PBC want us to pay for Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. Do y'all see where this shit is getting to? And are you seeing who have contributed to the current state that it's in? But when you push for the big fights on the UGC, right? The fights that fans really want to see, they act like they don't want to see it when we talk about it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Okay, cool. Y'all want to see Jamal Charlo fight? Who else? Gabe Rosado or something. You want to see Jamal fight Jaime Munguia. But when you say Jamal need to unify with Demetrius Andrade, somebody who available and want to smoke, now you hating. Now you got an agenda against PBC. Okay. Hold on to your strap then, homie. Do what you can do. It's looking few and far between with the champs over there, man. That's all I'm telling you. And it's because it's been on some little champ shit, if you asking me. If they was on some big champ shit, they probably been took over this shit already. Wilder could have took over, beat AJ a long time ago. Spence could have took over, beat Crawford a long time ago because he was just getting into the welterweight division. He probably could have got him then. A lot of people say, yeah, you know what? Before I would have had 50-50 or favor Spence. But after getting flipped out the Ferrari and getting blazed by your sparring partner, I don't know now. You might get your ass knocked out. See? Shout out to Marta Machine, the new member of the channel. Let me drop something for the homie, man. Push it. Which one, man? Flame of fame or flame of shame, bro? We gonna keep it a stack with this shit, though. You know what I mean? And for the ones that know and want to come with the stupid shit, the whole roster is mixed. It's mixed from blacks to whites to Mexicans to Puerto Ricans to Europeans to ones in the UK, Nigeria. We all over this motherfucker with this shit. So you can't use no angle with us. We gonna bring it real. Shout to Dolomite with the super chat. My bro. Push it. Dancing AB on y'all niggas. The whole Truth Hurts crew. YTBC UGC Flame. Most unbiased boxing content. I don't gotta say the shit. What's understood ain't gotta be talked about. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to my dog Ronald. You know, it went from free smoke to, I gotta say, man, shout out to Sean Porter. Sean left the gate. He man, look, Sean, you all right in my book, bro. You're about one of the few PBC dudes that I respect. And if you retire, man, shout out to you, bro. You didn't go out like no bitch. Sean didn't go out like no bitch. Ducking and dodging and carrying on. I was getting concerned at first, but that man came through. And with the real boxing fans, it ain't about you getting blazed in there. It's about, did you step up? Are you on some big champ shit? Or you want to talk about how much dog food you got to buy for your dogs and shit? How much bird seed you got to get for your pet birds when they ask you about a fight, a real fight? Or talk about, oh, you got to get your oil change and shit on your Ferrari. Man, get that shit the fuck out of here. Real boxing fans don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to hear not a damn thing about what you got to do at the house, what you want to do with your car, and Johnny Dang jewels and shit that you want to get, homie. Fuck that. That's what these little champs do. They want to misdirect you to what they wearing, how much money they just made, who they bet on. Shut up. Nobody care about that. At least I don't. And if I'm by myself, nigga, okay, cool. Flame of fame to me. Cool, nigga. Give a goddamn about these niggas, jewels and all that stupid shit, man. Who you fighting next, homeboy? What's up, Martin?
What's up? What's going on?
What the deal? What's the deal, man? Hopefully these dudes catch these fades like your customers, man.
Yeah, hope so.
Because it ain't looking too good on the PBC side, man, as far as stepping up. And then all this time that went by, and it ain't looking too great, man. Ain't too many champs left.
They found their way. They skirted around and made this guy Stanionis step aside so they could get Spence and Olgus. And I'm gonna say this right now on your show, bro. I said in a couple of content creator comment section. I said it like 4 times already. But guess what? Errol Spence gonna lose that fight
Against Olgus?
Yeah, he gonna lose that fight.
He might. I mean, it ain't gonna shock me. It could be another day at the office.
Listen,
we're gonna call the fight like we see it.
Listen, I'm throwing myself out there. Feel free, if Spence beat him, feel free to say whatever the hell you want to me. I'll eat it. But I'm telling you right now, he gonna lose that fight.
He gonna get blazed. Okay. Hey man,
I said it here on the UGC, and
listen,
you know, if it happens, just remember I said it. He gonna lose that fight. I'm telling you, gonna lose that fight. Something is telling me he's gonna lose that fight, bro. I don't know.
You already know. We here for it. We here for it. And one thing about us, we honest men, so we gonna stand on ours and eat our crow if we wrong.
I'll come back. Listen, after the fight is over, I'll come back on your show and be like, listen, man. Shout out to Errol Spence Jr., man.
Shout out to Errol Spence Jr., man.
If he wins, I'm gonna shout him out.
You have to.
Yeah, congratulations. But
wouldn't we rather, if he gonna get blazed, right? Anyway, wouldn't we rather see him get blazed by Crawford than Olgus?
Yeah, but the thing is this: all that avoiding, and taking up other fights. Sometimes fights that you think are gonna be easier turn out to be, you know, and it keeps happening, and it's been happening lately, like every week, in every fight that we see.
Yeah, you know what, man? I got to be honest with you, man. PBC has been getting their ass kicked. When you compare it to other networks, man, and other promoters and what they got cracking, man, y'all getting bodied out here, man. Bodied. And I mean, I get it. Y'all want to charge everybody for all of these damn events that really ain't. I mean, come on, man. Like this Ortiz and Charles Martin, that's not even a title fight, bro. Like at least let it be a title fight. And then they didn't defer to these damn regular belts with the WBA. It's like, what?
Ortiz and Charles Martin, that shit should be on BET, bro.
Their biggest star right now. I mean, I'm guessing Deontay Wilder. I don't know if he's gonna retire or not, but they saying Tank is one of their next rising stars. This nigga not even a champ.
He's a rising star. Tank is almost 30 years old.
He don't even have an official world title. I'm like, I don't do all of that Tank hype. I get it. He can fight. He can fight his ass off, but get a real world title, man. Why y'all didn't defer to these regular? Get out of here, man.
Thing about Tank, man. If Tank was somebody else that took a little more risk with him, Tank would have been further in his career right now. Because believe it or not, I think Tank could be a lot of the top guys. He could, because he got that power. You know, but we never gonna know.
Never gonna know, bro.
Never gonna know.
And they still playing it safe, and all of their champions, top dogs, getting knocked off one by one. Still want to play it safe. Still want to play. I'm like, instead of just seizing the moment when it's there, man, and just letting the result be what it's gonna be. But at least y'all not gonna go out like no suckers, though. But this is some. I mean, god damn.
And the situation with Tank, they ain't even let him go fight. What's this guy's name? They lost to Jojo Diaz the title.
Oh, Farmer.
They didn't even let him fight Farmer, and I think he could have beat Farmer. Farmer, you know, Farmer's a good boxer, but Tank would have knocked him the fuck out.
All the major fights like that we wanted to see their biggest fighters get in, they just declined it, man, and they just got blazed, man.
Declining the great fights and losing to, you know,
irrelevant fights. You know what I mean? Fights
unknown.
That's on them.
Cherry picks going wrong that you think is a cherry pick, but this guy been probably working his whole life for that moment. He's not gonna let it fly by, so you end up getting blazed.
Hey, the link dropped. The link is dropped. You know, they don't come over here trying to do that defending shit. That shit don't ever work out. But if you welcome to it, the link is dropped. Dolomite say Spence versus Olgus is the optical illusion of making sure those belts don't leave PBC. They can't be premier boxing champions if all their big champs get sent to the upper room fighting outside comp. Yeah, man.
And I want Olgus to win too, for a simple reason that he might fight Bud. He might, unless you get on that.
I think it's a stalling thing. I mean, I think whatever the result of the Olgus fight, he gonna go up probably after that. Cause I can't make weight. I can't make weight.
Yeah.
God damn, nigga, you did okay. Well, if that was the case, you knew you couldn't make weight. You could have just went out fighting Bud Crawford for a third belt instead of Olgus and making them do this rearrange shit and kick Stanionis some extra bread for nothing. Like, bro, come on, man. You could have just fought Bud and let them handle that. Now, look, he didn't even give a fuck about Olgus before. I'm keeping it a stat. He didn't give a fuck about Olgus, bro. Shitting on that dude. Shitting on that guy. Now all of a sudden he important. Like, oh, come on, man.
When that guy was like his number one guy at the IBF, he didn't want to see him.
Hell no, he didn't want to see him.
He didn't want to see him.
Now
all of a sudden, I mean, he's getting cornered. That's why he wants to see him now. It's like he's trying to jump through, you know, find shortcuts. And, you know, the shortcuts are getting closed in. There's always somebody blocking. So, shit. Let me fight Olgus then.
Hey, I've said my cow about to get birth. I can't fight Bud. Yeah, man. And you know what? You know what's up? What's up? What the thing is, Martin, a lot of people take this flame the wrong way, but you know what? All this shit is promo. You know, we don't give a fuck how y'all feel about this shit, because this is about just seeing this dude get out of this coward state and just jump in the ring with Bud Crawford so we can see the fight we want to see. You know, all the people that said all this sucker shit about everybody flaming Wilder for not getting there with AJ at the time and shit. Hey, man, y'all can say what y'all want to say. That's promo. people wanted to see that fucking fight. You know what I mean? If people flaming Tank because he won't get in there with a certain person, who give a fuck what y'all feel about that shit? This shit is promo so that they can fucking man up, okay? Get on some big champ shit and give us the fight we want to see because we gonna pay for it. A lot of y'all got so much to say, but don't put a penny into this sport. Not a penny. Y'all motherfuckers be penny pinching on this YouTube shit and trying to get over. But nigga, a lot of the rest of us is actually watching this shit, being real about this shit, and investing in this shit. Period.
You know, I still haven't seen the Isaac Cruz fight, and they gave it a week later on Showtime for free. I still didn't see it. Yeah, I ain't seen it.
I've seen it.
I ain't seen it. I haven't seen
winning. I had Tank winning, but it was a close fight.
I haven't seen it.
7-5. I had it.
I didn't see that fight. It's a lot of fights that I didn't see. I thought it was bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, if that ain't no fight, that wasn't a fight nobody wanted to see, no way. You know what I mean?
It's like, nah. I to be honest with you, I didn't even want to see. The only reason I want to see him and Rolly is because Rolly, you want to see him get beat up.
Yeah.
I thought Tank was gonna murk them, but the way, listen, I don't know.
Hell yeah, he was gonna murk that boy.
Tank was gonna murk him, bro.
He was all shaking at the press conference. I said, man, this man gonna get hurt bad. Real bad.
How about the faces that he makes? He making like some, I don't know. I think he's punch drunk already. He hasn't even. He's so. Yeah, I don't understand.
He over with. I mean, I can't even watch no more interviews of that dude. He done.
See, he can't pick up his tongue when he speaks. Shit, crazy.
Damn, Dolomite. Yeah, I heard about that 4-19 record versus top rank. Fighters show why they can only play in the house because when they go outside to play with others, they get skinned up bad. Yeah, they get that ass beat. So damn, bro, it's just like all the other pieces on the other side of the board. They gotta come and get it from them. They over there trying to play defense, be all protected and shit. Like, hey man, y'all got y'all kings on some. I see how they doing over there, but boy, I tell you, the rest of these dudes, they letting they pieces go out here and blaze shit. They going out and conquering. So hey, they trying to play it safe at the house. Motherfuckers about to run in that mug. Matter of fact, Canelo just ran through that motherfucker. Remember? Canelo ran in there, grabbed his shit right quick, and said, "All right,
yeah,
I'm done with this silly shit." Skirt.
Call me crazy, but ever since Canelo did that, it's been like I don't know, like a curse.
I mean, shit. I mean, it'd been the beginning of the end. I don't know. Farmer was in his prime back then. Tank would have had to deal with a dog skill set wise. Farmer, yeah, I mean, that was a better Farmer than, of course, what he is now. But I still think Tank would have got him, but just Tank wouldn't get in there. The whole team, whatever.
The thing about that, I think Farmer would have outboxed him for a few rounds, but it was, and who knows, Farmer probably would have outboxed and beat him. But the thing is that with Tank is always that one uppercut away. That is famous uppercut. Unless you scout him real good and you get ready for that uppercut, because I seen a highlight of Isaac Cruz, and Isaac Cruz was blocking his uppercut.
I saw that shit too.
He was putting it. I saw somebody posted on Instagram.
Took his weapon away, bro.
Every time he threw the uppercut, Isaac Cruz was putting his right hand, his right forearm in the weight of his chin. I was like, wow. Like, it looked like he was lifting him up, but he was actually hitting his arm and lifting him up. That's why every time he hit him with the uppercut, Isaac kept on coming forward. I was like, what the hell?
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah, he actually had a great game plan. Cruz had a very great game plan, man. And I underestimated that dude. I gave myself flame of shame because I didn't do no damn film study before the fight. I just assumed Tank was gonna knock him out without even checking him out.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Telemundo and they got a lot of free fights of guys like Isaac Cruz. That's where I saw Isaac fight before. Azteca TV and Telemundo. So when they announced the fight, I was like, listen, man, I said to myself, Tank gonna beat this kid, but this kid been waiting for a good opportunity. Cause he's done a lot of interviews out there. He said well,
Mhm.
he's waiting for that opportunity, and he
Right,
got
you
it.
got a
Like,
lot of hungry dudes coming up, bro.
and he got it. So I'm thinking to myself, I said in one comment, I said, hey, this kid might be a tough fight for Tank, and I said he gonna beat him. It's gonna be tough, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what it was.
It was like that. It was real tough. Like he won, but he didn't like beat his ass. Like, you know what I mean? Whooped him like Kambosos did Tio or some shit. Like it was a tough ass. Matter of fact, he looked like he didn't even get hit. So that motherfucker got a
No,
beard
he
too.
came out like when I saw the interviews on YouTube, the post fight interview. I'm like, yo, what? Nothing happened to him.
He was clean. I was like, damn. I
What
mean,
he's
when
doing?
you watch the fight, you see the clean punches landing from Tank, but his shit was clean at the end of that fight. I'm like, damn.
I was like, what they were doing? Sparring with the full face headgear?
Right.
Like,
Headgear shit.
Yeah, nothing.
Right.
Clean.
Right. He actually, you know, if you looking at their faces and shit, I don't know. Tank probably had more marks or something. I don't know. But and that dude was landing some shots, man. Some good ass shots that was turning Tank head. I was like, ooh, hell yeah, you better keep your motherfucking hands up and move your shit.
I gotta watch that fight. I get a chance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, that was a good one. It'll put you on the mind of Mayweather Madonna. Watch.
Oh, okay.
Like that style, how Madonna came at Floyd. Like Javante had a fight like that. Like shit. Almost like fight to get this dude to keep distance because he was really mauling. He was really trying to maul Tank. And when he would get on the inside, he was throwing body shots, uppercuts, looping, overhands. He was bringing it.
Okay.
Yeah, Marcus in the chat, he said Errol got you boys in your feelings, but according to your requirements of big champ shit, that's what he owned, collecting belts. That just doesn't define being on some big champ shit just because you collecting belts. Somebody can go for the weaker champ, right? Why wouldn't I take the East route? Like that ain't come on, man. Big champ shit is going after the big fights, bro.
Marcus need to
And
understand.
the big check, homie.
Marcus need to understand that his favorite fighter said it himself. He's gonna go the easy route.
Easy route. Why wouldn't I?
Bud is the difficult route.
Mm-hmm.
So
we know.
If you could go the easy way and not make it to the hard way, because that's exactly what I think he's gonna do. He's gonna get that belt. He's gonna be like, I'm going 154.
Yeah, I think he's gonna retreat. He's gonna say, I was a three belt champ.
Yeah.
Let's wait.
So Bud might as well don't even chase him around no more. You know?
Yeah, man, that's all right. You can just let him.
Makes no sense. Fight Virgil Ortiz or
let Spence create his own legacy, I guess. Running shit, track meet. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out to Bruce Vane. He put up the video, I guess, on Twitter. They changed that man's name to Errol Spence. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I heard.
I didn't never thought of that one. Errol Spence.
I heard Bruce in one of his videos yesterday talking about this. I was dying laughing.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I was shouting him out because I heard that shit in his head. Hell yeah. Hey, and shout out to my OGs, man. Shout out to Blood. That's one of my OGs on here. Hardline Boxing Talk. Shout out to you as well, man. I only got a few OGs. And then the rest of the clique. Martin. And we got Marcus. What's Marcus Lewis with the drink in his hand?
It's too early for your shit this morning, Black.
Man, with a plan. Gotta wake him up with this flame.
What's happening, man?
Chilling.
What's going on to the other brother on the panel, man? You brothers doing all right this morning?
Smarty Mar, man. Martin.
What's up, Marcus? What's going on?
What's going on, man? Say, man, I just come to shine some light on this, my side of the street. Y'all, when he say easy, man, Black, y'all know that man is talking business wise, man. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but that's what.
Wait, hold on, Marcus. Break that down. You mean easy money, or what you mean?
No, easier to do business. Easier to make the fight on this side of the street. And everything Earl done said, he been true to form. I'm gonna clean up my side of the street, then I'm coming for your shit. Okay, and like Earl said in the interview with Marcus VA, when the WBC ordered that fight some years back, Bud didn't want the fight. Say, man, We gonna clean that side of the street up. We gonna
Bud
clean
didn't
that
want
side.
what
Y'all
fight?
just
What you talking about?
when the WBC ordered Earl and Bud to fight. Earl said it in an interview with Marcus VA.
Hold on,
The
bro.
WBC ordered the fight.
Hold on. Where are you getting your information? WBC
I
ordered Errol and Bud to fight. When?
Yeah, this been years back.
Marcus,
You better find some sources, bro.
Yeah.
Talk about
Yeah.
WBC ordered Errol and Bud. How?
Let's say,
How
look,
can he order
look.
a champ from another sanctioning body, bro?
Check this out.
Marcus,
When
did
it's
he
all
do
said and done, y'all tell Bud to line that shit up.
What, at the barbershop? Get lined up?
Nah,
What you talking about, nigga?
line that shit up. It's going down. It's going down. But Bud got to come in. Bud got to come to this thing reasonable, man.
Hey, but listen, did you hear what Marcus said?
Reasonable.
I know you was
What
in the
he
chat
said?
listening. He said this. He feel Olgus gonna beat Spence. So listen. Listen real quick, because people love to say high risk, low reward, and all that shit, right? When you're looking at the last two champs that Spence need to go through to become undisputed, if he still want to do that, you know what I'm saying? High risk, high reward versus high risk, low reward. Which one is higher risk? To me, if you ask me, they both high risk, right? And one is a higher reward than the other. And I think that we can all vote on here that the higher reward is going to be Bud, correct?
True. True.
Okay. So you talking about business? He going after high risk, lower reward. He's going off high risk, low reward instead of high risk, high reward. But Bud, does that make sense? Business sense?
Man, my guy told y'all what he gonna do. He gonna clean his side of the street up. After he clean his side of the street up,
he win, right? Hopefully he win.
Man, you know he gonna beat shit out of Ubers, man. Come on, man.
He didn't want to beat the shit out of him in the IBF when he was calling for that smoke. He had all kind of excuses with that.
He ain't had no excuses.
Niggas was coming at me, and I was like, he could fight that dude. But yeah, okay.
We ain't had no excuses, baby.
He better win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
gonna beat him. Uga's gonna beat that kid.
Man, Uga's gonna get the brakes beat off his ass.
Black, I'm telling you. If Uga, who's washing dishes over there?
Mute your mic, Martin. Marcus.
Oh no, I ain't washing dishes. I was grabbing my daughter a pot, man, to make us some cocoa.
Make them grits on mute, bro. Go ahead, Martin.
I'm telling you, Black. I'm telling you. If Uga's win, you gotta play what I just said just now.
Oh, you know we got the receipts on this one, so I
gotta, that receipt is here, bro. And listen, man. If Spence wins, he wins, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we ain't no fake motherfuckers over here. So if he win, we gonna call it like it is. But you better hope he win. You better hope he win.
If he loses, he loses.
Yeah, man, he's gonna beat the brakes off Ubers, man.
That fight is gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough fight, bro. I'm telling you. With all this eye shit that's going on, that's what I'm scared. I'm telling you.
After 3-4 rounds,
I suggest this nigga go after Bud, bro.
What makes you think that Uga's not gonna target that eye? Is there a rule?
What makes y'all think the eye a problem?
Listen. Is there a rule that says that Ugas can hit him in the eye?
No, there ain't no rule.
That's what I'm telling you.
The eye ain't an issue, man. The eye not an issue.
We're gonna have to wait and see because we don't know that.
The eye not gonna be an issue, man.
We're gonna have to wait and see, Marcus.
You better have the eye of the tiger that night.
Yeah. Marcus.
After this shit, Bud ain't got no choice but to take that 40%, man.
Here we go with this business.
We ain't gonna even talk split though.
Marcus, that's not our business talking about money stuff. We just want to see the fight.
We ain't gonna talk split.
I want to see a fight, man. I don't care about why. That's not my money. That's their money.
No, but that's gonna play a part in the fight being made.
Listen, man.
That's gonna play a part in the fight being made, man.
So explain to me one thing. If it's talking business, right? How come didn't Mikey Garcia get the same as Earl?
I don't know.
Wasn't that, if I'm not mistaken, Black? Was I don't really get into this. Was that like a 50-50 split, Mikey and Earl?
Yeah, that was 50-50. Marcus know that.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know the specifics of the fight. You know what I mean?
Sean and Earl was 50-50 too.
But you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know.
Marcus know that though. He knows Sean and Errol was 50-50.
Earl got the big end. Earl got the big end of the pay per view, man. It wasn't no 50-50 on the pay per view. You know that.
Back end.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about that pay per view. Mikey saw the pay per views in that fight.
Man, go on, man. When Mikey came back to Dallas, Mikey didn't have 3,000 people in a goddamn 18,000 seat arena, man. Mikey didn't sell shit.
How come his pay per view numbers been coming down since?
Shout out to Chan Gang.
That was the highest he did. That was the highest he did against Mikey.
Mikey come to Dallas again and against who Mikey fighted at the start, man. That motherfucker wasn't even no sellout. I paid $25 for a ticket to sit ringside.
Hey, hold on, Marcus. Hey, Chan, when you do the UGC flying, you gotta put the flying. You gotta add the echoes and shit. Shout out to Lady Chan though. Chan Gang. Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah,
y'all done. You done cooking your grits?
When Mikey came to Dallas, man, and I went to the fight, I paid $25 for my ticket. The hell, I was able to sit ringside because wasn't nobody at the motherfucker. Mikey ain't did it down. $25.
$25.
$25, and I sit ringside. I think I caught a couple of sweat beads. Shit. Wasn't nobody in the fight. I was just able to walk on the floor. Security didn't give a damn.
You can put me 4 rows back, man. I don't want nobody DNA on me. You can put me 4 rows back. I don't want nobody DNA on me.
Me and Martin show up, y'all will never know. We just be there, dog. Just be there. You will never know. Big fish. So, man, is this the biggest fish that Spence can go after?
Nah, man, you know who the biggest. You know what other fish out there.
Who?
You know what I'm saying? Bud.
Okay, so he didn't go after the biggest fish. He went after the not the guppy, but he went after the tuna fish. He didn't go after the shark. He went after
we collect
the killer whale.
We collecting belts. Like Earl said, when I'm done on this side, I'm coming to get your shit.
Hey, but you know what? I'm telling you, Marcus, it's starting to look like check. I ain't gonna say all the way checkmate yet. It's looking like check though. Check. It is. All right. I'm just saying. The
same thing Earl was gonna see.
Put it like this. Put it like this. Look, real quick. Let me say this real quick, and then you can go. Right. They'll be almost better, right? Not unifying Spence and Olgus right now. Because if they do, now it's all in one spot. So it's like everybody gonna be gunning for you. And it's like it's mandatory setup, it's tough smoke everywhere. So then it's gonna be Bud gonna have that strap, then it's gonna be Spence. You either gonna fight Bud or you gonna fight Ortiz or you gonna fight Enos or there's gonna be some smoke right there.
Who Bud gonna fight?
I'm telling you, he's gonna run up to 154.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of pieces around this guy.
Quick, fast.
I ain't no running. We coming out the welterweight division undisputed, baby. Then we going to 154. Then we going to 154. Yeah, if the Bud fight don't happen, it won't be because of Earl.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it won't be because of the big fish. Yeah.
It won't
Hey,
be
but
because of
it's
that.
It's
that
gonna be
bias shit
behind.
like that, Marcus.
It's gonna be behind somebody who got a false sense of who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's who it's gonna be behind. It
Man,
won't be
hey,
behind the big fish, baby.
Marcus, since you here, talk about your boy, man, Jamal, man. That's another piece on the board it's it's looking like you better figure it out,
You
or
said
you might get
Jamal,
checkmated too. Yeah, man.
man.
Yeah.
Black. I told you, man. I'm out them boys, man. I used to like.
What's the PBC gonna do, man? This is like they roster is looking very thin, homie, as far as champs left. We got
Yeah,
Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, Brian Castano, Jamal, Spence,
What I don't understand is how is it that
Chivas, huh?
Leo and Russell, they on the same company,
Mm-hmm.
and it's taken them like they defend that title like every 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even understand how Leo Santa Cruz is still a featherweight champ.
man. Because of Al,
Is
man.
this the last? Hey, let me ask you, Marcus, real quick. Is this the last of the PBCs, man? Is this?
I
Are we seeing
believe
the
so,
beginning of
man.
the end?
Top
That's
rank
my
signed
question to
every.
doing. My whole reason of doing this live is that question. Is this the last of the PBCs?
I believe so. Man, top rank signed every last Olympian from the 2022 Olympics. Top
Yeah,
rank signed them all.
they signed the whole Olympic team.
Are we fans in the chat and in the playback? Are we witnessing the last of the PBCs, man? We got Gary
Man,
Russell, Castano,
I don't want to.
Jamel,
I don't want to
Jamal.
be negative. I don't want to be negative towards them and say that that's the last, but they need to do something.
man,
Are
I
they?
think
Can they?
I
Can they
think Al
make a
misman.
comeback?
I think Al just mismanaged the roster, man. You
I
protect
think.
certain fighters, and this is the cause of it.
I think the situation
Al
it has to do
mismanaged the
between.
roster. He fumbled the rock.
Yeah,
He didn't use the. He didn't get the assist in good enough. He was just feeding one fight. It was just one player over the rest, kind of thing. Like one
I think
all-star,
they
a couple all-stars, and the rest of them, hey, I said whatever.
Black.
Y'all role players. Go ahead.
I think it's not going too well, but with him and Floyd.
Him and Floyd.
Yeah, Al and Floyd.
PBC protection plan has been ruining box for years. I don't know, bro, if they got any kind of quarrels or anything. That's interesting, though. I don't know, but something is up. Iron Cone, though, is in the building. You did.
Yo, what up, man?
what's up, Iron Cone, man?
Grand Awakening.
Yes.
Who's that, Martin?
What's up, Iron Cone?
Hey,
What's going on, Doc?
just to chime on what Marcus said, what Top Rank did with the American Olympic team, I don't think Top Rank really had a need for all them people, but Top Rank did that shit to squeeze out other American promoters. And,
Mute real quick, Marcus.
Yeah. So I think Top Rank did that shit to squeeze out, I guess, mainly the American guys, the American, other American promoters, because Golden Boy didn't, I don't know if they tried to sign anybody at all, or they just didn't get nobody. I know Eddie said him and Keyshawn were in conversation, but when he saw Bob's offer, he was like, hey man, I can't match that shit. So, or can't or won't match it. So Bob pretty much locked up an entire generation of fighters in America. And I'm not sure what's the next generation of people for PBC, because all these dudes in the PBC are like early 30s going to the mid 30s. Wilder is like late 30s. And, I'm not sure who's the next generation. Because remember, I think PBC's roster came from Golden Boy initially. So they didn't
Jamel,
really
I remember Jamel was with Golden Boy too. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't raise a lot of these dudes from like
birth, shit. The birth of their career.
Yeah, some of earlier fights was under Golden Boy.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that was even PBC's plan to be like a farm to main event status type organization. And as y'all said, I mean, maybe by 2023 we're not really seeing PBC no more.
Damn.
And that's
Alexa say Errol Spence Jr. is going to lose to. Hey, that Errol Spence shit is going viral. Errol Spence. Jeez, yeah, man, we gonna need him to get in there. You know,
Big fish, big fish.
Yeah, just we gotta see that fight. But we honored to have you on here with us, Iron Cone.
But in terms
what
of
kind
the
of news you
Olgus
got?
thing, in terms of the Olgus thing, I mean, it's cool as a unification. It's just not what I'm asking you for. And until y'all give me what I'm asking for, I'm saying I'm not going to really pay attention. I mean, this is cool. I mean, this is, I don't know, would you call this a low reward fight? Because there is a belt on the line. But
I mean, compared to the business and what all his team and supporters and all that be saying, we talking about he's the big fish and all of this. He's the cash cow. Well, go for the most cash, like, and the belt, right? You know what I'm saying?
But however, this excuse that people keep using about it's too hard to make the fight. Top Rank and PBC have made fights quite easily. They made 3 Tyson Fury versus Wilder fights quite easily.
But he's a free agent.
That Sean Porter fight with Bud quite easily, right?
Right.
So,
right.
Real quick, Iron.
Yeah, go ahead.
You remember when Bud was sitting at some press conference before the Porter fight, when the guy from the PBC came out of his mouth that said, "We do the fights that the fighters want. Like, the fights can be made if the fighters want to make the fight." And Bud said, "Hold on. Repeat that again for me, please." You remember that part? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, so I remember that. That's what I'm saying.
That's how all that side of the street and all this and that. That shit is bull.
There's no excuses for me when it comes to you on Top Rank. Look.
That's bull.
That fight could have been made quite easily, and I don't want to hear none of that. All right, go fight Olgus, but don't try to give me the impression like somehow it's like brain surgery to make this fight, because it's not. Okay, you want to fight Olgus? Go ahead. It's not the fight I'm asking for. Until you fight who I want you to fight, I'm not paying attention like that. You let me know when you and Terrence Crawford fight. That's just me.
Tell you.
But man, it amazes me how a lot of people try to put all this in Earl lap, like Bud ain't got a part in the negotiation. You know what I'm saying? We all want to say it's Earl's fault that the fight ain't happened.
He didn't even try to make this fight happen, bro. That's it.
Have Bud tried to make the fight happen other than talking on social media?
Man, bro, if you don't get up out of here with that cap.
I ain't capping. I'm beating one up.
Cap and trap.
That Bud tried to make the fight happen.
This man is letting the whole world know, and behind the scenes, this motherfucker is making moves.
Coming out of Bob's,
there's no other fight
coming out of Bob's own mouth.
All his last 2 fights has shown the world that, look, I'm about to step on his toughest comp to let y'all know, look, I'm here and I'm number 1 at welterweight. If this dude want to disagree, he can get in there and fight me. But we got other things to do. We
man. But out of Bob's own mouth, Earl went to hold on. Earl went to Top Rank, and they told Top Rank what it's gonna take to make the fight. Now, if I come sit with you and tell your team we can get it on, and this is what it's gonna take to make the fight, that sounds like somebody trying to make the fight.
Marcus, you got receipts on all that you're talking? You got receipts on all that you're talking? I need to see. You gotta put it.
Never dropped a receipt here.
You gotta send that to Black so I can get on it and watch it right now.
He ain't gonna send it. He ain't gonna send it, Martin.
Black,
send it.
I'm gonna send
my
it.
Battery low. My battery is charged up.
I need to see that because I never heard of this.
Yeah.
This is a first to me. Like, you gotta understand,
my battery, Black.
Marcus. It's just been too many inconsistencies when it comes to that situation. You got to understand. First, the video. He's when he pulled up on Errol Spence.
He didn't
Then,
pull up on Earl. Earl pulled up on Bud, man. Let's get it right.
All right, whatever. But
Yeah,
he
let's
put his
get
head
that.
down too.
Yeah, let's get that right.
He pulled up,
Who
put
look-
his head down.
But you know what? It shocks me to understand that he pulled up on Bud when it didn't look that way, the way they were talking. That's number one. How about what is he doing in my fight? I ain't gonna go to watch his fights. Next thing you know, he's in the Sean Porter fight. You mean to tell me if Sean Porter would have won that fight, he would not step his ass in that ring?
Damn.
Huh?
Damn.
Huh?
Be for real
I
about it,
don't know.
Marcus.
I don't know, man.
Come on,
He would have
Marcus.
been on some.
Come
I
on,
told y'all.
Marcus.
He would have been like, I
I
told y'all,
know,
Crawford
man.
wedge shit. I'm about to fight Porter next.
Yeah, he
God.
would have jumped his ass in there. You know why? You know what's the excuse? Oh, that's a top ranked show. He's not gonna get on the top ranked show ring.
Like I said, PBC run this shit. It's outside of the
Come
street
on, man.
over everything. And
That's
we gonna fight.
He didn't even wait for the decision. As soon as your man hit the deck, that kid ran out of there. He had security guards pushing everybody out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Big fish, big fish.
Y'all funny, man. Yeah, y'all funny.
I mean,
Y'all
it sounds
funny,
funny.
man.
Text
Nah.
LA dude right away, bro.
I'm not even. Yo, listen. I don't even consider myself a funny guy, man. It's just funny.
Brian Hart Sports. Why you in the chat, man? Putting the paragraph talking about y'all still think Earl Duckett. If you don't hit the link,
grind hard know what it is, man. It ain't no running going on, man. It ain't no running going on.
Like I didn't make the nickname, but Marcus, they said that man's name is Errol Spence.
When we step on Olgus, after we step on Olgus,
you better hope.
Yeah, we gonna come and step on Bud, man.
Because to be honest with you, I don't know if that's an easier or tougher fight because they both that's smoke either way, but it's lesser pay. That's what I see. So, whatever. Hopefully it work out for him because he probably looking at it as the two paydays. I'm in 5 division and all that, but okay, you're already talking about weight and. Not making weight and shit. And if it's just about the biggest fight in your last fight at welterweight, go out with a bang. Fight Bud. Beat the little dude, man.
We're going to step on Bud twice because it's going to be a rematch. We're going to give Bud a rematch.
So you as manager. You as manager, then.
You know they're gonna have a rematch.
You work with Heyman and them. I'm a roll with the
Black.
direct box.
Black, he's part of the weak community.
We community. We gonna step on Bud twice.
Yeah. Twice, you
the weak community like a motherfucker.
I've been waiting on you to drop
we
a
gonna
link.
Be undisputed.
Yeah, because I knew once that fight got made, that was gonna have guys in their feelings, man.
No, I'm just be honest with you. This whole live it actually got on Errol Spence, but this live is about PBC, bro. Period. Like it is. What you think?
Yeah,
you was even. Go ahead.
We were talking about several fights. It just happened to end up with Earl.
Sprint.
Yeah, Black. You say I was delivering PBC rings to the event, but I think it's about
PBC
man.
pallets, docks and shit, loading docks.
Marcus, I think you just quit.
You quit.
You just
they fired your ass. They showed you on UGC.
Nah. They didn't fire him. After that shit they did to him with the tickets that he bought. He resigned on them.
Man,
remember that situation? You resigned on them, bro. That's what happened.
It's looking rough.
PBC going under because of the undercards to me, man. That's just my opinion, Black. The undercards on their fight. The undercards on their fighters should be sucked.
You gotta understand, Marcus, man. You don't give the fan a good product, they ain't gonna buy your shit.
Hey, but I'll tell y'all this though. They still have a good pulse with Jermell and Castano. They still have a pulse there.
They can say the thing
at 54.
That's the only
is their golden division right now for them. PBC. That's all PBC. They got that one locked. So.
But you know what needs to happen? Whoever wins that undisputed match they gotta go fight the other guys, even if they're not in the PBC. You guns, or you gotta fight the kid, the Zoo. We gotta fight those guys, man. Whoever's behind, fight them. Make the fights that the people want to see, the big fight. That's the only way, you're gonna keep it up.
Well,
Marcus,
I think the only way. I
be
think
honest
the
with
only
you,
way that
Marcus, since you on a payroll, man, let me ask you this, man. So what's the next move for Gary Russell, PBC?
Oh man,
leave,
Huh? Oh,
leave.
you're gonna lose. What you mean he a champ? So y'all gonna lose
Man,
another champ?
this is why I say this, man.
Say
I
leave,
really,
right?
I really feel like they blackballing Gary, man. Like Gary can't even get the Leo Santa Cruz fight, man.
he can't get the Leo Santa Cruz fight because Leo Santa Cruz named one of his kids Al Heyman.
Yeah, man. And Al kind of pits on. To me, it seems like he kind of pits on Leo Santa Cruz.
Oh,
Man.
this dude Ulix. He said I came. He said Errol came to see Sean Porter, not Bud. He was supporting Sean. Okay. Yeah, that's why he was so disappointed when he lost. Oh man, he knocked out my friend. But
Nah, the disappointment came because Kenny threw the towel in too early, man.
I know the Kenny shit.
Black, that was a nice deflection right there. He came to see Sean Porter.
Right, that's funny. I haven't heard that one yet.
That's a good one.
See Sean. Oh God, I was there to see Sean.
By talking shit about Sean walking out. Like, he ain't shit.
It's cool.
You let that man knock you out like that. You ain't let me do that to you.
Right. You should stay there when you went. Anyway, they both wanted to fight Pacquiao before each other, and y'all know that. I mean, they both, of course, but Crawford was like Spence too, bruh. He been saying all of them.
No, but Crawford been one of the fighters that were in top rank
hurdles
when
and
he was
goalposts from the other side. It's just like
I ain't never been no hurdles and goalposts, man. Earl sticking true to what the plan that he laid out for us. I'm gonna collect all the belts on this side, and then I'm
the whole point.
Okay. Yeah, so we finna get this WBA, and then we're gonna go knock on Bud door. Yes, and I did say
so speaking of welterweight, and Al Heyman's pieces over there and stuff like that. What about Keith, man? Talk about your boy Keith, Mr. Manager, We Community leader, Marcus.
Man, I don't
Keith,
know.
And this, have y'all seen? You know what? Let me fuck around and pull this shit up. Have y'all seen footage of Keith? Have y'all seen Keith Thurman's recent footage of working? He's working out, and I'm gonna let me see if I can find this shit.
Is that the one on the heavy bag?
Bro, you seen it?
Yeah, man.
They was cooking that man in his own shit. In his own shit. So look, I'm gonna share this.
I don't think Keith watched, man. He just need to get back busy.
You think he gonna make a comeback?
I really don't see it at 147.
I'm not gonna even play the audio. I'm gonna just play the footage.
I really don't see it at 147.
Hold on. Let me log in first. You don't see him doing nothing at 47, huh? He finished?
Yeah, I think he needs to do like Danny and move up, but I think Keith could do better than Danny going up. At this point of his career, Danny just a gatekeeper now, man.
Gatekeeper. Danny is a disappointment too, man. He big as fuck now. I think last footage I seen.
I think Danny just need to keep stunning on Instagram. Shit.
He what?
He just need to keep stunning on Instagram, dealing with his businesses.
Oh man. Plays politics with Bud because he know what it is. Yeah, that's what he do. He be playing politics. Say this and that. Bud out here calling him a hoe at the beach. And y'all cool with that shit. Yeah. Okay. Spence looks so weak, says Ronald. No running. We sprint across the street. Sprint. Damn, they call that man Errol Spence. We use Sprint for our cell phones. Right. What about Chris Colbert? What you think about Chris Colbert, Marcus? You think
I think he's a nice
matter of
fighter, man.
fact, oh, that's a good. I'm glad you brought that up. He's on deck to become a champ. You know what I mean? He's
I
supposed to be
think he's a
fighting
nice
for
fighter.
a whose vacated belt was that? I think that's Tank's vacated belt.
I don't see him beat none of the top guys in his weight class, though, but he's a nice fighter.
Yeah, he had 30 now. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I
gonna be
damn,
smoke
I
line left
damn,
for that fool.
yeah, I damn sure don't beat CMB Shakur.
Dolomite says we're gonna pretend like Pacquiao wasn't asking for 40 to fight Crawford. Let's not act like pricing himself out isn't a tactic. Right. So you brought up somebody brought up how Spence and Crawford were both gunning for the fight, but one was a higher price than the other. That's because Gary don't want to rematch with his only loss. Loma. Yeah, he want to stay at 26. I'm gonna play the clip at the end of this shit, but Jamal was flaming him. He said he too grown. He too grown to be at 26. Damn. He said grown ass man at 126. That shit killed me with that, bro. I'm gonna play the clip at the end of this shit. But Jamal's funny. Jake Paul straight cherry picking Punk at best. Let's see him versus a Demetrius. Man, get out of here, Ronald. Hell no.
Man, Ronald tripping on
Get
that.
out of here.
Ronald tripping.
Hell to the nah, bro.
Say, man, you can't knock the kid though, man.
Okay.
He getting paid, man. He getting paid and he doing it in style, man.
Yeah.
He getting
Vada,
paid, man.
hey, Vada or not is all I gotta say about that shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I would like to start seeing him in there with some journeyman though. You know, some journeyman or somebody who 2-6 or something like that, you know, but a professional.
2-6, right? Somebody with a losing ass record.
Yeah. You know, you treat his fights coming up when he starts fighting boxers, real boxers. You treat his fights like amateur fights. You know what I'm saying? You give him some easy touches.
Hey, so look, you just asked why you want a no amateur YouTuber to fight Boo Boo, and then Ronald say because Demetrius can't get punk ass Charlo to fight him. We said fine, might as well throw Jake in there. Yeah, man. Jamal, man. Let me not even start on that shit. Tony Review says Spence didn't leave after Porter got knocked out. Spence got a text that his brother BZ was in the bathroom and stood beside another man at the stand-up urinal. Spence had to check. Nah. He going in on that boy, man. But nah, he got up though. It just wasn't a good look. Blackout, what's up? You really want people to shit on Boo Boo this bad though? He taking on. Yeah, he better not take that fight if that ever come up. Matter of fact, he actually gave credit to Demetrius Andrade. He actually said Canelo was ducking him. I was like, oh shit, Jake talking that talk. Jake was talking that talk about Canelo one time.
Man, but what I can't.
Go up here.
Nah, I was just gonna say, man, what I can say about Jake Paul, man, is this. The dude got some power. I don't give a damn what you say.
They blocked my highlight on him, bro. I had a highlight.
Dude got some power.
Yeah, he slept him with the right. Put that motherfucking NyQuil right hand on that boy.
And if he keep working, man, before you know it, that dude's gonna have a shot at the title, man, just because he got a bag.
Oh yeah, if as long as it ain't no Vada testing, he gonna keep knocking niggas out, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna be getting slept. Watch.
Yeah, man, that's right. It's entertaining though. I wish Triller still had it.
Wish Triller still? Nah, Triller out of there, bro. Triller done.
Now, I wish they still had the Jake Paul shit. It was more entertaining when Triller was doing this shit. with the Snoop commentating and all that shit was more entertaining. That's all it is entertaining.
Yeah, they're gonna have to land somebody who's I don't know what's the last big event they did, but whatever. PBC going to feed Leo and Gary Russell to Chris Colbert if they move up. Yeah, man, I agree with Jamal. Gary Russell need to move up, bro. He said, "Yeah, you too grown to be at 26." Grown ass man hanging at 26. Yeah, man, he was talking. He be talking a lot of shit too, man, about what he would do to welterweights and shit. And Crawford said, "I'll break your neck." So you better stay in your lane, like Ruiz say. Stay in your lane. You know what I mean, dudes out here breaking necks.
Yeah, and do you think Gary body can handle 135?
Do I think Gary can handle 35?
Yeah.
I don't know. He should just go up there and find out. Shit.
Yeah, what's Gary? What Gary, like 5'4"?
For real? He that short? 5'4"?
I think so, man.
Nah. Hey, Iron Cone.
Yo.
How tall is Gary Russell?
Hold on, man.
Man, Tank 5'5".
If that man is Tank is like 5'6", man. 5'6" or some shit. He's short as
too. Boxrec said Gary Russell is 5'4.5". That's what he listed as, and usually
Boxrec trolling.
Usually when I know in basketball they list you taller than you really are. So if they're doing the same thing, he might be 5'2".
So you saying they putting extra height on that man?
Might be 5'2".
They'll give you an extra inch and a half or two.
Oh, give or take. That's fucked.
That's a small man, bro.
I thought they was just trolling, saying he can't be 5'4", man. I thought he was like at least 5'5", 5'6".
They usually list you at like 2 inches, 3 inches taller than you are. But
man, what Pacquiao 5'5"?
No wonder he won't move up.
Yeah, Pacquiao 5'5".
Pacquiao like 5'6", I think.
Man, Pacquiao 5'5".
Damn. Yeah, I mean, Manny was like 5'6", man. But
you know what's wild though? When you see these people box on TV, you don't think they're that small. Like until you're like, wow, you 5'4" for real, like legit 5'4". You like taller like my wife.
Damn, like, bro. Like you my wife height. You serious?
Damn.
Let me see. Oh, 5'5.5".
Who's that? Oh wow.
5'5.5".
Oh wow. But hey, talking about Gary Russell though, man. I think Gary Russell might need to consider just retiring, officially retiring, because I think he's semi-retired now. I mean, I hope he got like a side hustle or something, like driving like U-Haul. Because he can't have made a lot of money in boxing. He can't have made a lot of money in boxing. It's impossible. He ain't fought no big fights really. He ain't fought a lot of fights.
Maybe he has some smart investments outside of boxing or something.
I hope so, because if we're here saying this is the last of the PBCs, or it's getting down to that, a lot of these dudes might be ass out. Because by the time, if PBC says, you know what, I'm done, a lot of these dudes are gonna be like 34, 35, and they ain't really made the kind of money that they could have made, or had the kind of legacy that they could have had. I don't understand, but maybe again, as y'all said, maybe they got some behind the scenes investments and shit. I don't know.
I hope so.
You got Leo Santa Cruz. They're asking him he's still telling the WBA he's gonna fight at 126. You're not gonna fight at no 126, man. Stop. Just give that belt up and move up, and just move up, man. Just leave. You ain't fought there in like 2 years.
I mean,
you ain't gonna unify with Gary Russell. So what's all this?
I seen some footage yesterday, Icon, where Gary Russell was saying, like the interviewer was saying, these guys wouldn't get in there with you like Leo, and then he mentioned that one guy that's with Matchroom, the unification with the IBF, and he saying he wouldn't fight you. And then Gary Russell corrected him. He was like, actually, look, I'll be honest with that, man. They tried to offer me that fight. Eddie Hearn tried to offer me that fight last minute, but I didn't take that fight. But they tried to
It
offer me
wasn't
a little
last minute.
something.
He's lying.
That's what he told him in the interview.
He's lying. It wasn't last minute. He's lying. That he was
What
offered
was his
Josh
reason?
Warrington.
What was his
He was
reason?
offered Josh Warrington, and he said that his excuse at that time was the money they was offering, which was like $1 million something or whatever, was beneath his standards. Gary Russell ain't fought since.
Ain't fought a motherfucking soul since.
Nobody.
Well, Gary ain't fought in what, 2 years?
So you declined 1 point whatever to get 0.
And this was during COVID. This was like COVID time and nobody was fighting.
Right.
And you could have gone there, made a quick $1 million something, knocked out Josh Warrington, and come back to America. Like, what the
I mean, you could have got that over with. I don't get what this guy. I mean, with the champs that they got left, I'll be looking at him like he's just doing nothing. He's in neutral. Jamal's doing nothing. He's in neutral. So a lot of the champs that they got are doing nothing. Like they waiting around for something or just milking the. I don't know what they doing, man.
And all that way, that's why I like Tevin Farmer, man. That's what drew my attention to Tevin. Because when Eddie was throwing out all that money, man, Tevin was fighting every 4 weeks. Every 4 to 5 weeks, man.
4 to 5 weeks.
Yep. Tevin Farmer fought a hell of a lot of time. Fought all the UK dudes, fought everybody.
Yeah. He was cleaning up, man. Fighter. Yeah, he was active because Eddie was free with that $1 billion. Mm-hmm. You know, Eddie was free with the money, so Tevin Farmer took advantage of it, man. Mm-hmm. That's what I because you don't know your lifespan in the sport, man.
That's boxing, right? Because we said it back then, like when there's a windfall, when there's a lot of money to be made, make it, because there's gonna come a time when this shit dries up. The zone came in, and the zone, when you're starting from a standstill, you gotta overpay, you gotta spend a lot of money to get a foothold. You're gonna have to. And they were, as Marcus said, they were free. And a lot of these dudes, I mean, I played the interview before with Tank, when they offered Tank like $7 million or whatever to fight Tevin Farmer. And Tank said to Michelle Joy Phillips, they didn't even, that he didn't see the offer. His team didn't show him the offer, which is ridiculous. You don't keep that kind of offer from Tank.
No.
He said he didn't see anything. Tank's thing was, it couldn't have been that good if they didn't show it to me. Ridiculous. Your team's job is to show you every offer that comes through. You decide, look, I'm going to take it or not. Leonard Ellaby said nobody watches the zone. Look, man, it could have been 2 people watching the zone. It could have been 2 people and a janitor watching the zone.
You get a check.
You sign me that $7 check, I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to fight for
exactly. I'll fight for the janitors. Nigga. Gather around, janitors. We about to get to
the money was there. The money was ready to go. Mikey Garcia got the money.
He showed
Danny Jacobs got it. As Marcus just said, Tevin Farmer cleaned up. No, he don't even want to fight no more. He makes fart prank videos on YouTube with his chick now. And he don't fight no more. He made so much money.
Yeah, he did, man. He was fighting. I mean, Tevin was fighting like realistically probably like every 2 months, man.
Yeah, man. He was very active, bro.
Tevin got a good 4 to 6 fights in when Eddie was giving that bread away, man. And he cleaned up.
Yeah.
Cleaned up.
Now you got Jamal. People telling me, oh, well, Canelo need to fight Jamal. Look, man, if Canelo fight Jamal, that's a tune-up. Because, listen, Jamal don't fight. And when he do fight, it's against nobodies and against in like small crowds. Let me tell you something. When you got to fight in front of a big crowd, see, all that matters. When you're not accustomed to fighting in front of big crowds and high-level competition, they're going to throw you in with Canelo now. All that shit matters.
Yeah.
Jamal Charlo versus Canelo is going to do a lot of numbers in Texas, maybe. Right? And the crowd is going to be huge. That's going to mess with Jamal because he's not used to that. He's not used to that. He's fighting Juan Montiel. He's not used to high-level competition. I just don't understand. That's just me. I don't get it. So I'm hoping somebody would educate me.
So he went from Hugo Centeno Jr. to Korobov to Braden Adams to Dennis Hogan to Dermachenko to Juan Macias Montiel. If he goes from there to Canelo, he's gonna need a close eye in that corner against Canelo, because Canelo's gonna do something very, very harmful to that man. So that is not a very attractive resume. That it Grindhart.
The only thing is, man, them Cholos got some ancient skulls, man.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Salute, y'all.
Say, man, them boys can take some punches, man. That's the only reason I said it'll be a close fight with Canelo, because Cholo can take a punch, man.
Yeah, man. I want to see Charlo get paid, man. But that resume like that's really fucking him up against Canelo, man. He got to fight at least one big fight just to get that experience. Because when you fight Canelo, you're gonna be in front of 70. You're gonna be in front of like 70,000 people, bro. And that's a different, bro.
He can fight this guy right here, Demetrius, man.
Even his younger brother that fought for Undisputed, he said something about, the moment. It's a huge moment, bro. You got to be able to, live up to that shit.
Yeah.
What's
up, Sporting?
Yo, what's up, Black?
Happy
holidays, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays, my bro.
Yeah. What's up, Sporting Advantage? Peace, my brother.
What's going on, Marcus? But I don't know. I think that Charlo deserves it, to be honest, because you look at Plant's record, and he didn't do anything special. Of course, he had a belt that Canelo wanted. So.
Damn. So Jamal,
he definitely deserved it, though. I'm just talking about like his possibilities of winning, though. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, to beat Canelo, you got to really dominate his ass if you go to decision. If you ain't knocking him out. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, but that's true. But what you just said, knocking him out, that it's probably not going to go to decision. Charlo, he'll come in there banging. So I think it'd be a really good fight, honestly.
Yeah.
It's the toughest fight.
But I think
toughest fight for
Canelo. Charlo got that good jab, though, man. Charlo got that good jab. I like that jab when he used it.
I think it's the toughest fight for Canelo, man. And to be honest, I want to see the Boo-Boo fight. Yeah, I want to see the Boo-Boo fight, but Boo-Boo ain't been looking impressive in his last 3 or 4 fights.
He's been looking more impressive than Charlo in his last few fights.
He got a second round knockout last time.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
his
about?
His last fight, he looked real good.
What are you talking about here?
Impressive, man. Yeah. Looking at
watch the playback.
Man, the way that man Andre, the way he throw them punches, man, that's like real awkward, bro. Like it seemed like he hide them left hands that he be throwing. That shit
deceptive with them shits.
That shit is tricky to find out, bro. I see why. Like I don't know, man. Like there's some like content creators that be like, oh, he pulled out of the fight with Charlo back then, so everybody don't want to deal with him. But I'm like, that's not an excuse for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
You got a point there. I can take that. And I'm like I said, man, I'm not a Charlo fan anymore. I just neither one of them really to me has been looking super impressive.
Yeah, he's an outside fighter and he's a southpaw with that. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to be there for you to hit him, and he's left-handed. So it's just a tricky puzzle to figure out.
And that's why Canelo not going to fight. I just wish these brothers would fight each other, man, and just stop chasing Canelo, because Canelo ain't looking for them type of fights, man.
Yeah.
When's Lexus say, when's the last time anybody actually saw Charlo take a punch from a power puncher to say that he can take a punch?
Shit, Devin
That's a good question. Devin Chenko's really a powerful dude, like a power puncher?
He was eating his punches. He got a good poker face, man. Yeah. Charlo, you can't really tell when he hurt like that.
But you're talking about like a real puncher. I see where you coming from with that, but I don't know. His resume, it don't show no real threats like that. no heavy threats like that. I think his best competition still, what's his best win will be either
J-Rock.
J-Rock or some shit. Yeah, J-Rock or Derenchenko. Like what the you know.
Yeah, Derenchenko took a beating that fight though, man.
Yeah, out of them two.
So that's not really when you look at them, that's not no really dangerous. You know what I mean? Like some people got like them.
Hey, but I'll go with the J-Rock because people was damn near trying to call him a duck on the low, and he went and handled that shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of
See that was the Charlo that I thought could beat Canelo. That version right there.
Yeah,
that was at 54, but you know.
So what y'all think happened though? Because he seemed to like his whole energy kind of switched up from them days, and now he's just kind of, I don't know what happened with him, man. He just kind of
the money, man.
He complacent, bro. I literally heard this man say in one of his interviews, like, "Oh, my brother out there shining, that's me shining." You know what I'm saying? He said that.
Oh no,
yeah, it's the money. It's the money, man. It's the money. Yeah, that shit done went to them boys' head, man.
So basically, if Jamel shining, because Jamel look like him, that's him too.
Right, yeah, that's how you take it.
And then in Charlo's weight class at the PBC, there's nobody really. And all of them, it's like going back to what you were saying, Black, about the PBC. All of them dudes are getting up in age, and Top Rank is signing all the new up and comers, man. The young cats, the babies. Like the PBC gonna be obsolete in a minute.
I think they'll always have fighters, man, because they got Showtime too. You know that's
yeah.
You know how many prospects they got over there.
Yeah, Al got a good relationship with the Hispanic community, man. So he always gonna have a bunch of Hispanic fighters. Just look at the cards. The cards are all filled up with Hispanic fighters. The undercards on every PBC fight.
And at the same time, when one of them high risk dudes want to come around there to get a fight, they gonna have to sign there, bro. That's what's up with Bud, bro. Bud, he a free agent, but that still don't mean a lot. He gonna have to sign with PBC, bro, on like a multi-fight deal to get that Spence fight, man.
Is that acceptable to you though? That you have to force somebody to sign with you. They want to fight this guy. Like, what does that say about Spence? Like, should Spence accept, or whoever accept that my promoter would not allow me to fight the biggest fight in the division unless my promoter can get this guy to sign a fight? Like, sign a multi. That shouldn't be acceptable.
If Earl
because in order to fight Spence, he's gonna have to sign a 2-fight deal anyway. They're not gonna just let him, get one fight deal and leave with all the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like him and Canelo is different. They let Canelo get that one fight deal. You know what I'm saying? Because he a huge star and all that, and they made good profit off of that shit and all that. But he never sold. I don't like to talk about the business because what I'm saying, like people think that I'm just pocket watching Bud, but you got to think from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Bud never even sold like that. So how he just gonna let you just come beat up my biggest star? It's not a guarantee, but and then just walk off.
Numbers play a part in everything, man.
Well, I'm not thinking about it from PBC. I'm a fan, and I'm not interested in you trying to strong arm nobody into no multi-undo. I've seen you do fights with top 4, easy.
But the Earl and Bud fight is going to be a multi-fight deal.
So
why is it
they're gonna have to let they want Earl to get his rematch if he loses. You know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be a rematch clause in that fight, man.
Shit, they might have Bud a rematch clause too to make sure they get 2 fights.
Do a rematch clause with an optional third if you want. That's cool, no problem. Go ahead. But you're not gonna tell me you're gonna make Bud fight goddamn Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and then Errol. We want to see the
No,
fight.
no. He ain't got to do that. He ain't got to do that. I'm saying when he signs to fight Earl, it's gonna be a 2-fight deal between them two.
That's fine. I'll watch that fight twice, and if it's good twice, put it on a third time. That's fine.
3 times?
They just not gonna let him
Not
come in there with it and get a 1-fight deal.
Do a
And
2-fight deal. That's fine. An optional third if you want. Optional. If the shit works out for the two.
Ronald say
like
Canelo. And I recall Canelo didn't sign a multi-fight deal with PBC, right? It was just that one fight thing.
No, bro, he's a huge star though, bro. They trying to impress him to make him come back though, bro.
What are they trying to do to impress him?
You know, they gave him the 40 million and all that shit.
Yeah,
that impressed him to make him come back.
He left, right? They're gonna put the Mukaba shit on DAZN, right?
I don't know who Makabu with.
I think that's gonna be on DAZN, I think. So I'm not really sure the network, but I'm thinking DAZN.
You know, maybe they did that, you know, to get the Benavidez fight one day and all that, you know, all that shit.
Yeah. Is that guy Canelo about to fight the African guy? Is he any good?
Man, listen, we're not even getting to that. That shit, whatever.
I still ain't even watched him fight yet.
That man got stopped by Tony Bellew. There's some good footage out there if you want to use it. Good KO footage. So I did a little highlight one time. I said, what did this guy do to deserve the fight with Canelo? And I just put the highlight of him getting knocked out by Bellew. I mean, guess you got to get slept brutally. Oh, winner. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. This man snored on the canvas.
Hey, you seen they asked Usyk about Canelo going to cruiserweight.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, he said he'll come down and fight him for one fight and go back up or some shit. Yeah, man. And then I don't know. For the first time, I seen genuine concern in Canelo fans. They was like, "Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a bit much." I was like, "Oh
man,
shit!"
I be taking it as that when they be asking what is he doing and all that shit. Man, fuck that, bro.
They was concerned about that matchup, you know, and I wouldn't even kind of try to put that pressure on Canelo. But you are going to cruiserweight. That's the same division that man was undisputed in. So when you think about it, it's just like, if you really want to prove you great.
While we say Makabu don't deserve that fight, a lot of these people who call him a Canelo don't deserve that fight neither, because they need to fight each other. They need to start actually fighting. Benavidez ain't fought nobody. He fought what? Darrell, that was his best win. Darrell.
Darrell was on his ass.
Right. He lost his belt twice outside the ring. So it's like when we say who deserves the fight, you know, unless, you know, in my opinion, none of these dudes really deserve a fight, right? They need to start, in my opinion, you know, making themselves bigger stars.
Yeah. And to me, Benavidez ain't nothing but another Jared Hurd, man. I don't.
Nah. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Another Jared.
I don't see Jared Hurd in it.
I don't see nothing special about Benavidez, man.
Okay, better than whatever, man. I'm gonna let that go.
I don't.
Tripping.
I know. I don't see nothing special about it.
But you comparing Benavidez to Jared Hurd?
Yeah, he's bigger than everybody, and he throw a lot of punches, and he gonna weigh on you, man. And he gonna out endurance you, man. That's just my thought on it, man. I ain't seen nothing special from that boy, man.
Let's keep it 100. Benavidez need to be at 175. When they put his ass up there after he lost his belt on the scales, they complained to go back to 168. No, don't rank me at 175. He was number one for Arthur Beterbiev. He was number one for that fight. Mm-hmm. They complained to get put back down to 168. You don't remember that, Black? They put him at number one in the WBC at 175. He was Arthur Beterbiev's number one contender. And they said,
I heard about that. I just didn't have no receipt. Damn.
You don't remember when they ranked him up there?
I think I remember when it was first talked about, but I never was able to get a source or nothing from it to confirm it.
Well,
That's
no
why I never
problem. So what I'm
covered
gonna
it.
do, I'm
But
gonna look up the WBC rankings from around that time. I'm
okay.
gonna show you they rank Benavidez at number 1 in the WBC for 175. And they said no, we 168. Benavidez can't make 168 much longer.
Yeah, he been how many
He
times?
should have
Twice
left the
already.
division.
He missed
Twice,
weight.
twice.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
I don't know how much longer.
the way your boy did it, it was so hilarious, though, man.
The way what?
No, Canelo didn't want no smoke. As soon as they stripped him from the belt, he ran right there to pick that motherfucker up.
Yeah, so
Goddamn
I
right.
flame Canelo for shit like that. That's strategic ass shit. Strategic selections of shit. Like
Yeah,
I
it
just
goes
seen like
back
a
to
lot of
did
the
they deserve it? You know, Yildirim. I don't know if we could say that.
right. I mean, Billy Joe, Pop Dirty, a fight before that, isn't or a fight or
I
two
don't.
before that. I'm like, damn,
I
how
didn't
he
have a
deserve?
problem. I didn't have a problem with the Yildirim fight.
What? Okay.
The reason being, he just made sure his partner got a payday. That's all that was.
Okay. You
He
saying that
was
shit because you about to load up a excuse for your boy Spence. See,
Nah, I ain't
you
loading.
take care of your homies.
Nah, I ain't loading
You
up
get
no excuse.
paydays.
He just made sure his partner. I mean, the way they fought for the belt, I had a problem with that. But making sure his partner get a payday, I ain't have no problem with that.
The way
That's
the
his
belt
part.
ended up in his possession was
Yeah,
come on.
it's bullshit. Nah, that I
Understand.
agree with. But him fighting Yildirim to make sure his partner get a payday, it is what it is.
But did he deserve that? You know what I mean? But
Nah.
Hakuna Matata got a belt like how Plant got a belt. Yeah, he chose. He said Hakuna Matata versus Canelo. I could see Usyk losing to Canelo at cruiserweight. Usyk was at his biggest in the AJ fight, 221. Usyk might be weight drained if he goes back to cruiserweight. Oh, so he's saying if he cut the weight, then Canelo will have the advantage, because he'll probably be drained, I mean, I've never been a fan of people just going up and down, up and down. Canelo just got the most extraordinary, whatever, we ain't gonna get into that, but Canelo is the only person I think who can go up navigate 5 or 6 weight classes and just boom, he could go 3 weight classes down and go back up 2 and go down 1 and be, Canelo's goddamn a Marvel character or some shit.
Do you ever see him making 168 again?
If he want to, I think Canelo could do what the fuck he want. He could probably make welterweight. We'd be like, God damn, this man.
See, with Usyk though, I mean, he's heavyweight champion of the world. Like I wouldn't, if I was Usyk, I would not be going down to that because you could make your own ticket, man. You could be the star. So I think he needs to just stay up there at heavyweight and keep doing what he's doing because there's a lot of risk with him doing that. So I would just keep making that money up there. He's beating the baddest men on the planet.
That's a fact. So you think that don't even entertain that, just stay focused where you at because you probably could lose a lot more by just risking it against Canelo, whether if he would just stayed at heavyweight and just went for it all undisputed.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting paid good, fighting AJ. So
hell yeah, he's gonna be paid good. Twice he getting back-to-back paydays with AJ. Not a lot of people can say that.
Shit. No shit.
Hey, peace, guys. I gotta get out of here, man.
All right, King. Thanks for coming through, Iron Cone.
All right, peace, Cone.
Okolie is the weakest cruiserweight champ, says Tony Review. So you think?
I don't know about that.
So Mukaba, that whatever guy can beat Okolie, the guy that Canelo about to fight, he can beat Okolie. Damn, I gotta really see some footage because I've seen Okolie fight. Benavidez is a 2-time champion. He undefeated. He took 2 L's to drugs and burgers, tacos and shit included. Olgus versus Spence won't get my pay-per-view buy.
That's the refried beans, man.
Oh shit. Hey, Olgus versus Spence won't get my pay-per-view money, says Ron. Hey, are y'all gonna pay for that? Olgus versus Spence, is that worth the buy?
Yeah, I am. I think Olgus is one of the, he's right there up there with Crawford and Spence right now as the most dangerous men at welterweight. You know, I know, you got all these new upcomers. Everybody says it's dangerous, but Ugas is, man, he's a deadly man.
I forgot, and she told me.
My next question is, will Errol Spence versus Olgus do better pay-per-view buys than Crawford and Porter?
It should.
Come on, Mr. Fanager or Marcus.
Man, it's gonna do more than Crawford and Porter based on Earl alone. Man.
Just based off Earl alone.
Just based off Earl
being
alone.
that Olgus ain't really not a draw like that. Like you just think
Well, he's a little bit more of a draw than he was.
Well, he did come out with Pacquiao. I mean, I don't know what that did for him.
He's the guy that retired Pacquiao. Y'all don't want to see Spence fight the guy that retired Pacquiao.
Here come Grind Hard Sports throwing punches.
But based off Earl alone, man, that fight,
really.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to see Bud and Spence. Be honest with you.
I wish they did that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like somebody might get mandated to fight somebody else next, man.
It's just, I look at it like the more time to go by, the more somebody could get beat, the more somebody had to go up, and box fans just be wanting to see the shit. Look, hey man, it's hot. We calling for it. You ain't got shit to do. Let's just fight.
Hey, cause the big champ at 140, he might get Bud mandated to fight him, dog. Josh Taylor fights in February, and after that, he's going after Bud, bro.
Hey, it seemed that way, bro. It do seem like Josh Taylor is about to go up. He been really out here sizing Bud up. They've been talking a lot and hanging out. And I really think Josh Taylor is the real deal. I think that this guy, win, lose, or draw, whatever, versus Crawford, he one of them guys that when he say he gonna do something, he do it. He gonna go up. He gonna face Crawford. And he gonna do it, give it his best route. And the dude is he's already a big 140, so I think he might fall into the 147 division just fine. You know what I mean? So the skill set will be there. He might have more power. He might be able to take a little bit of them shots. And he's a hell of a fighter. Like Floyd said, he's a hell of a fighter. So if he get in there with Crawford, man, I watch the shit. That's a big fight.
I would like to see the rematch with Taylor and Regis before he go back to before he jump up to 147, man.
Taylor's ready to go up. I think that he can't make 140 too much longer. He ain't gonna be able to make that too much.
And I wonder how long he can pay all those sanctioning fees too.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, enjoy Undisputed for 1 or 2 more fights and get out of there. But you know what? Hey, hey, speaking of Regis though, like I seen what Crawford, Taylor, and Regis all together, and they were just talking shit back and forth or whatnot. And Regis told that man, I think it was in front of his lady or whoever that was next to Regis, but he told him in front of that lady, like I told him she was talking shit, and he was like, no, I told this man, look, he can come up to 147 and I'm gonna stop him. And he looked dead at her. And he was like, yeah. He was like, no, I'm gonna stay at 140. I'm staying at 140. She was like, okay. And he looked at it and said, now what? I said, oh shit. Basically shut Regis down, man. Like, look, you talking that talk, but you ain't trying to leave 140. You trying to stay right where you at. So you could talk about what he would do and this, that, and the third. But that man he's comfortable at 147, and Regis is comfortable at 40. So he ain't trying to get no work in.
Regis, he talked like he wanted to move around though, but I think he trying to get a belt at 140 again.
Yeah, he ain't trying to go to 47.
Because I remember I seen an article talking about he ready to step in for Devin Haney back when it looked like Jojo Diaz was trying to duck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw him on an interview, a couple months ago, and he said something about he wants like either 1 or 2 more fights at 140, but his plan is to be at 147 in 2022. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah. Mukabu has a more proven resume. Coley has only fought 1 real fight, says Mukabu. Okay. Yeah,
so what if Mukabu lose to this dude? Canelo gonna fight him?
Yeah, he do got to fight, before the Canelo. That's why I'm like, why would you like? That's crazy. Canelo just all right. You do this fight, and you next.
Now he got that Macabre gonna have that Canelo fight stuck in his head all fight. He might get clipped.
Canelo gonna fight the guy who clipped him. Then that'll be how it goes. Spence is not a pay per view attraction unless he fights the legitimate challenger, bro. That's why I'm not buying it. So Ronald ain't buying it. Spence about to get beat for less than he would make with Bud. I was bringing up that point, like, man, it's risk on both fights. So you gonna take the lesser pay?
The thing is, though, you got to look at it like this. Had Manny beat Ugas, I don't think anybody would have had a problem with it. So that's kind of the reason I sit back and I'm like, you know what? I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. Ugas has earned this place, so give it to him.
I feel like,
Yeah,
man, Spence and Crawford wanted Manny Pacquiao before each other. They prioritized Pacquiao.
But the next priority after that was each other after the Pacquiao. That's what I thought. I mean, it was like shit. We both gunning for this fight. All right, that fight out the way. Boom. That's the big fight now.
Yeah,
That's
it was
the biggest fight.
Spence,
Then that
Crawford,
negotiation.
McGregor, all those guys were aiming for him, and then lo and behold, it was Ugas that beat him.
Right.
And then they can't even really get the negotiations right between them two. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. I mean, it's
Between what, Spence and Olgus?
Spence and Bud.
Oh, Spence and Bud.
They got two different stances on what they should get.
Man, them dudes need. I don't think Spence even came to the table with it, man. They're not even trying to entertain that shit. You know what I mean? But hey, if you want to go after high risk, lower reward, then hey, best of luck, man. Hopefully that work out for him. Cause it ain't too many more champs left on that board, man. That's all I'm saying with this one. It ain't too many champs left on that board. So I hope for their sake everything work out, because that marination, we've seen many cases that's gone wrong. You know,
Yeah,
and then
just
the
with
big
Devin
payday
Haney
that
and
was
Tio.
there, they don't ever get it. So
I wanted to see that Devin Haney and Tio, man.
So hey, we can keep settling for the lesser, and we'll see how long that lasts. I said, don't worry, Tony. He just won the belt. He was calling for unification. Reed is my boy, but he need to fight. Someone says AOPS. Yeah, we don't want to see no more. What's that one guy that Danny and Regis fought? Whatever
Red
that guy.
Catch.
Red. We don't want to see no more Red Cats level guys, man.
Yeah, he was supposed to have Barrios, but Barrios left him for Tank for that bag. So I don't know where the hell Regis gonna go. Be honest.
No, so Regis and that guy Montana Love, are they cool? Because I'm like, that's a scrap that can happen, but I'm like, I think I seen a picture with them together. So I don't know if they cool or not. But I will watch that fight. That's some good smoke right there.
But you know, the zone, they just got Montana Love, so they trying to showcase him for a while. So I don't think they would be willing to do that next.
The zone don't be really shit. They be throwing your ass in there usually, from what I be seeing. Matching, hey motherfuckers throw you in there if it's a big fight. It makes sense. That's 100. It's obvious how the energy is when Crawford is on the scene with fighters around his weight class. Smith's IQ on business sense is low. Make your peace, Bud and Spence will never happen, says AOPS. 1-2 Kids say for years Spence been dancing around Crawford like a bonfire. Damn, yeah. He thinks more belts gives him more leverage in this situation. It doesn't. It just makes his ego and dumbness more pronounced. So, you know, man, this is the topic today was the PBC, the last PBCs. You know, that's what it's looking like. You know, maybe things will turn around. Maybe we'll see a lot of the pieces that they had come out of nowhere and just start just grabbing straps. But I see Top Rank, I see Matchroom, I see just they doing a thing, man. They over there, they grabbing straps. They actually on some big champ shit, a lot of them. You know what I mean? And I seen that it's been more of the in-house energy with PBC more than it has for any other side of the street. You know what I'm saying? From what it's been looking.
From what I heard from today too, it looks like what everybody's saying is, Tank is the only hope. Like he's the only one that's going to be, that marketable and, that talented to actually, draw in the pay-per-views. So maybe Tank is the future. Who knows? But yeah, Black, I'm gonna hop
Shit,
off of here. Appreciate you having me.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Sporting Advantage.
Even Tank's last pay-per-view fucked up. His numbers was low.
And if that's their last hope, we're just showing you what it's looking like. It's looking low. Lower and lower. I don't see no growth. I've been seeing a decline, not an incline. Montana looks like the truth. He is a real threat. Yeah, we just need to get some work in like that if you're going to stay at 40. Get in there, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Montana Love. He a smooth dude, man. At the weigh-in with the puppy. I bet he do that. I bet he do that every fight, too.
He got AB symptoms, though, low-key. Not as far as his fighting and all that. I'm not trying to get into that. I'm just talking about, like, just that energy, like, have a good run and be flashy, and then might get stopped in the tracks. So, wish him the best, though. Jamil, the last PBC hope. Lions stand up. So, yeah. I fucks with Jamil. I mean, like I said, Jamil and Castano, that 54 division is really kind of keeping the light, the torch lit for PBC as far as on some big champ shit and as far as like, looking like it's secure. But welterweight's looking shaky, even though, Spence got the two belts and then Olgus over there is still a question mark. Like you don't know if PBC still got a real hold at welterweight yet. Because Bud is just a problem, motherfucking problem. Gary Russell, god damn, you don't know. We don't know when he coming back to fight. You know what I'm saying?
I heard he coming back next month. He fighting a fighter from Manny Pacquiao promotion.
I think I did hear some shit about that. I didn't know what date though.
Mesa Yorga, I think his name or something like that. I mean, he's a power puncher, but I watched his last fight. He was getting outboxed, but he knocked the dude out cold though in the 9th round. But he was getting outboxed.
Right. Okay. So yeah, him. Then you got Leo Santa Cruz. We don't know what the hell he trying to do.
Yeah, he about to come back soon too. I think this is his first fight since getting slapped by Tank.
So besides Spence, Olgus, Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, Brian Castano, Jamel and Jamal Charlo, who we leaving out as far as champions is concerned with PBC? Who we leaving out? Oh, Canelo PBC fighter. No, I'm joking. People they don't want to hear that shit. He just fought with PBC, so he PBC. Josh Taylor, top dog out of all these halfway champions at junior welterweight. Yeah, he did top.
Yeah, Top Rank got a lot of belts too. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what champs they got.
Yeah, am I missing anybody from PBC?
Do you consider Showtime PBC too, or just?
Yeah, that's.
Because if you add Showtime, they future is kind of bright. With David Morrell, Benavidez, they got some young dudes who ain't got no belt yet or got interim belts.
Mm-hmm. So a few that's on the up.
As far as like big champs and unified,
and they better hope they can keep him. Hopefully they can keep Morrell.
Yeah.
Like welterweight champ, Josh Taylor beats all your favorite fighters, worldwide promotions. Yeah, man. So other than that, hopefully I didn't leave nobody out because I'm not trying to leave nobody out for PBC as far as the champions is concerned. Just want to make sure I cover them before I go.
Yeah, they got nothing at 75, do they? They ain't got nothing at 75.
You ain't got shit at heavyweight, nothing at 75. You ain't doing shit at cruiserweight. You ain't doing nothing at. You got Jamal in middleweight. You got super middle. You got nobody. That's Canelo. You got welterweight, Spence, Olgus. Go low to 40. That's Josh Taylor, top rank. 35. We got Haney and Cambosis. 30. You got Shakur. Cobra's gonna fight for the vacant WBA, I think. So they got a little hope right there. Then they got the Asian guy that just beat Zinga Fuzili. He got the IBF. And then who else got and then Oscar Valdez got the other belts. So that's 30. Then 26 is, yeah, I'm sorry, man. PBC is not looking good.
Yeah.
It's not looking. Bridgerweight, who is that guy under? Who, Oscar Valdez or something?
Oscar Rivas.
Rivas, I mean, not Valdez. Oscar Rivas. I don't know who he with. I don't know who he's with. So hopefully there's a new spark that's gonna arrive.
Yeah, I could see why somebody think PBC falling off because they fighters aren't too active either.
I just showed y'all the picture today, so this is what's left. The last
How do these
PBCs,
dudes
man.
fight once a year, if that?
So,
and I be hearing people talking about they don't fight more than once a year because they can't afford it. I'm like, what you mean they can't afford it?
To put on the events, to fill up the rosters for these events and shit, these cards. Yeah, man. So that's really all I got for this one, man. Y'all subscribe and join the channel. If you are here and you're hearing the playback, if you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell for the notifications. Get all these notifications when we upload content. Thank y'all for joining another episode of True Media. And big shout out to the playback game. We had Grindhard Sports on. You know what I mean? We had Iron Cone. A lot of wonderful people in the chat. We had Marcus Lewis came through. You see what I'm saying? Sporting Advantage came through. He says he deserved it, though. Bridgerweight King. I don't know what's getting ready to happen at Bridgerweight.
But all right, Black man. I'll pull up on you next time I see you live, brother.
Thank you for coming through, man. Shout out to Grindhard Sports. Shout out to Grindhard Sports. So, without further ado, thank y'all for joining the UGC Flame. I'm your host, Black Horseman. Ronald say Flame of Fame, Oscar Rivas, 2021, Mauricio Suleiman said so. So, we'll see what's going to happen with the PBC in 2022. 2021 was a very, very revealing year, just to say the least. Franchise, the Bridgerweight King. So, I'm going to send y'all out with a clip. Y'all stay safe. And y'all stay real. Till the next time, man. UDC.
At the end of the day, Russell Jr., man, dude, get out at that little bit of weight class, man. You too big. A grown ass man that fighting at 126. Man, if you go.
Fuck out of here.
Man, you too grown to be fighting at 26? Hell yeah. Man.
Go ahead, Snap.
You said grown ass man fighting at 26.
I will break your neck.
Hey, he get the grown ass dude high weight, nigga.